So, Wolves fans, it is official. We've made our first signing of the January window, the first signing of the Vitor Pereira era, and it is of course that of defender, 27-year-old Ivory Coast international Emmanuel Agbadou from Stade de Rennes, where he was captain. In this video we're going to break it all down, the details of the deal, what his attributes are, what's been said about him from the likes of our sporting director Matt Hobbs, along with some words from the player himself, and of course our thoughts on the deal. So what are the details of the deal? He's signed from Stade de Rennes, where they are mid-table currently in the French top league. He's been there for a couple of years. He's 27. He's recently broken through and played, I think, something like 8 or 9 out of the last 10 games for Ivory Coast, helping them qualify for a major tournament. And he's also been their captain for the first half of this season. It's a 4.5-year deal, and Wolves have paid £15 million to secure his signature. So what about his attributes? Well, he's a very, very big lad. He's 6'4" in stature. He's said to have a lot of ball playing ability and brings both physical dominance and leadership to the team. As I say, he has been captain at Stade de Rennes all of this season. His career has developed from Tunisia, Montpellier and Belgium before moving to play in France, and now of course in England in the Premier League. This is what Wolves sporting director Matt Hobbs has had to say about him. He's a winner and he's driven. After the journey that he's had, he's unbelievably hungry. He's the type of player the Wolves fans should love, because you're going to get absolutely everything he's got. On paper, he says, he should suit the Premier League. There's plenty of ticks here. Obviously, you've always got the settling in period, and it's the hardest league in the world. So it can take time, but he can fall back on his key attributes being akin to the Premier League. The fact that he was on ours and Vitor's list, so that he's well-rounded, good on the ball, physically excellent, quick and a good personality. When Victor first came in, our first conversation we had was to add one. We have to use this month to be as efficient as possible, and we're really excited about this signing. This is also what Wolves head coach Vitor Pereira has had to say about his new signing. He said, "I'm very happy because I think it's a position that we need to increase our level. This is a profile of a player that pleases me a lot. We analyse a lot of players, and he has the profile that I like. He likes to play with the ball. He has quality to build the play. He's fast and physically strong. For the Premier League, we need to have these kind of players. He's a player that has the skills to play in the way that I want to see my team play. Pressing, sometimes high pressing, controlling from deep. He has the speed and quality of deep control. He's strong in the air, strong on the ground, strong in the duels. He can build the play. He can play on the left. He can play in the middle or on the right, because he can play with both feet, and for me that's important. He's also someone that brings a leadership inside the pitch. I think he can help us because he was the captain of his team. He has leadership qualities to give us, and he adds something more. It's one more leader inside, and for me it's important." Talked about January, says, "I don't want to change a lot. We need to be clinical. We don't need to bring in a lot of players. 2 or 3 players, but players that can add something to the team." So look guys, we talked about this a lot on the on extra time, especially like when we were talking about with Lewis, and he said it's very important time and test for Hobbs especially, to react and get one in really, really quick early in the January window, a defender rather than at the end. So look, okay, missed the Forest game, going to be difficult to get one some in for that, but it's definitely going to be someone that's going to be available for the upcoming Premier League games. And like with the injuries that we got in defence and the absentees and vulnerabilities there, it's a key area, and it's really good news that we've got this lad in. I always think defenders start to mature at sort of in their late 20s. and he's probably, as like what they're saying, hopefully we need someone that's oven ready to come into the side, and this feels like that he's going to be that type of player. He's quick, we do need some pace at the back, he's very strong, and we need that, and we also need that leadership on the pitch, so that's really, really positive. He signed obviously a long-term contract, 4.5 years. They spent 15 million, which isn't bad value for someone at this stage in his career. And I say he's an international and playing for Ivory Coast. He's also played alongside Willy Bolly in the past. I think I read somewhere that he's quite good friends with Willy Bolly, so I'm sure like that'll, you know, he'd have been having conversations with Willy about coming to Wolves, so that's positive as well. You know, we want someone that wants to be here, that wants to be in the league with us, that wants to play and wants to fight. And I think he's going to give us all that. You know, he's going to absolutely have a ready-made song, isn't he? Aga boo, boo, boo. We need some lyrics to go with that, because that's bound to be sang on the terraces at Molineux and in the away end. So yeah, so it's really good news that we've got someone in. So I still personally think we need to bring in another central defender. Because I still think, you know, Totti's going to be out for a while. Semedo looks like he's going to be out for a while as well. I mean, I know that Pereira doesn't like to call them central defenders. He likes just to call them defenders in the way that he plays. We do have young Basti and the young chap that's now fully fit that as an option. But I just think we just need to make sure we get that cover in that area and bring someone else in. Obviously rumoured that Mario might be going, so we might need to bring in another midfielder, because that would only leave us with 3 senior midfielders as well. But yeah, what do you think about this signing? Personally, I'm really happy that we've got him in, and you know, he might even be able to make his debut away in the FA Cup against Bristol City, and then obviously, you know, we'd hope that he's going to be able to aid us then in the Premier League, because that's what he's brought us in for. I know that they've said in something it can take time for adjustment, but he needs to adjust very, very, very quickly, because, you know, it's an area of weakness for Wolves. We have got problems in that area, and he just has to, we really need him to hit the ground running, and let's hope that he can. Vitor Pereira obviously will probably talk about this more in the press conference tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed this video, hope you found it of value. If you did, please, if you do like it and find these sort of videos of value, just hit the like button, and yeah, if you're one of the 30% that watches our videos that subscribe to the channel, we really, really appreciate that. And if you're not, hitting that subscribe button is the only favour I'll ever ask you. It helps us grow and be able to do better, bigger and better videos for you. So yeah, Emmanuel Agbadou, 27, Ivory International, 4.15 million, 4.5 years. It's official, it's signed for Wolves. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll make sure I read all of those and try and reply to you. Until the next one, always Wolves.